Just gonna wait for you to.
I feel like I've got a crack in this cup, but I can't really work out.
Do you know how you tell? Flick it, not while you're holding it. Put it on the table. Flick it
while it's empty.
Not sure. So, but little tip. I assume maybe if it's empty, but when you same with like a glass. And I could be actually talking about glass and not ceramic, but I think it will be the same. Might be wrong, but when you flick it. I know that with glass, it will like a normal glass will have like a ring to it sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But when it's broke, it'll have a clunk.
Makes sense.
So
it's not like travelling through.
I'm not sure if that's the same case with a ceramic mug. I don't think
ceramic mugs have the same ring to them, but
I think it would have a clunk if it's got a chip in it. Give it a flick.
It's going to have a clunk in it though because it's full. You don't flick a ceramic glass. Ceramic glass.
Yes,
I need this coffee.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 31 of Dad Knows Best. I am Harrison Mudge, father of one, and I'm with my co-host Adam Callow, father of two. How's it going?
Good, mate. Good. We've just had a thrilling conversation about how I can work out if my mug is broken or not.
Pro tip, always flick.
We're not...
I'm going to put that as like an ad somewhere. Adam, let's just dive into today's subject. You teased it last week. I'm a little concerned actually because before I press record, you kind of let slip that it was not going to be that interesting. But we left it on a note of it was Riley's sixth birthday coming up. Yeah.
So here's what happened.
You really we left feeling energized. The way you explained it was like, oh shit, we're gonna have something to talk about next show. Now we're here. I'm concerned.
Here's what happened is towards the end of the last show, I was thinking, okay, what's happening in my life with my kids? Because this is Dad Knows Best. I was like, big milestone. Mm-hmm. Riley's birthday. Amazing topic to talk about. Then when I drove home, I thought, amazing topic to talk about. And when I drove in this morning, I'm like...
I've got nothing to talk about.
I've got notes for our other show to talk about. But I just assumed that we'd have stuff to talk about. But I don't really know where to take it. Riley's basically turned 6.
So...
Camera off, show over.
So I guess... let me ask the questions and maybe I can coax the facts out of you. So obviously we're jumping ahead because... Big L's not won yet, so we can review ahead of next year what you did for your boys' first birthdays, and then we'll compare notes when I have Elliot's. If you were even there at the time, by the look of your face, maybe not.
I have no recollection.
But anyway,
Google Photos saves me all the time. But you just put a date in, search for it. There's an amazing photo.
Just Google birthday.
I've just got a feeling that the reason it keeps coming up is because it's on one of the boys' birthdays. Is there's an amazing photo, say amazing, wife doesn't like it, where, it was on a birthday, because I remember the balloons in the background, where there's a kid, there's a baby. And
it's actually not relevant at all.
there's a baby there on my arm.
A baby.
My baby.
One of yours.
Yeah, my baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I don't hold other people's babies like that. I don't really hold other people's babies, to be honest. Holding the baby there, and emailing here.
Classy.
Yeah, and Sarah keeps bringing that photo up and was like, that's the dad I don't want you to be anymore. But the baby was so unaware. It probably wasn't one, because you'd be more aware at one. Yeah. You'd be more aware at one. I wouldn't be holding them like that. I'm not that strong.
Not in one hand, no.
I wonder what it was.
But then again, your callow genes might not be growing as quick. Don't know, no, it wasn't a dig. It was just a...
Really?
Elliot's getting a...
Mate, if you're going to dig, commit to the dig.
Elliot's becoming a two-hand hold all the time, yeah. I'm getting to the point now where literally, I can still hold him in one arm, just cradled there. That's why this arm's getting absolutely hench, by the way. But... I'm to the point...
By the way, that arm gets hench for other reasons after you've had a baby.
I'm actually left-handed,
okay.
But if you want to go for a bit of strange, I'll throw in the old right hook. But I'm like to the point now. Sometimes you end up having to do stuff one-handed because you can't put him down because he'll just start crying. But I'm able to just like hold him under his arms, and he's just like, because he's that big. Because normally you'd like, oh, protect the head. Now he'll just be like, oh. So yeah, that's that.
Anyway, yeah. So that's the photo. Like Google Photos saves me. I forgot where you were going. I derailed you. It felt like you were trying to take this conversation in a good route.
I was trying to take it somewhere. I'll try and bring it back. So let's just fast forward then. Set the scene. What does a 6? For myself and anyone watching that doesn't know what a 6-year-old birthday looks like, because that is one thing. Is like birthdays for myself have always been like, oh, you kind of just like you go for a meal or whatever. Like my assumption is you don't like any of Riley's friends because
I don't know any of his friends.
Exactly, so they're only going to be a nuisance because most of the time other people's kids are annoying.
Fact.
Unless you get to know them.
No offense, baby.
Riley and Reggie are still on the fence, but you know what I mean. Like to have a bunch of kids that aren't necessarily yours or even sort of related to you is probably, again, I'm only assuming, but it's normally a bit more of a headache than it is like a joy. So fill me in on where did you go? Did you do anything? Who came? Who was there?
So 2 things. I think there's like 2 options. Is you either kind of have like a day with the fam.
Yep.
Direct fam, relatives, do that. Or you sort of go down the let's have a party and invite the school friends.
Yep.
And being honest, like Riley got invited to loads of parties last year. And the amount of times I saw these little things on the fridge, which is like, oh, Joanne's invited him to this, soft play and da-da-da. I kept looking at Sarah, I was like, what's Riley doing for his birthday? Because I'll be really honest, like, I don't want to host like 20 parents and 20 kids. And that makes me sound bad. But for me, selfishly, I want to spend time with my boy. And I know he's probably going to get into parties when he's a little bit older, but we basically asked Riley what he wanted to do. We gave him the options. Like, do you want to have a party? Do you want to do... What we ended up doing was went to Rebound, which is an inflatable park. Used to become one of those, trampoline places. It's not that anymore now. It's just indoor inflatables.
It's not got the trampolines at all.
No trampolines. Couldn't make it work. So what they did, look at it and went, oh...
Who'd have thought a giant arena of trampolines couldn't bring in...
yeah, exactly. So they went, oh, that doesn't work. So we'll just replace trampolines with inflatables because that's clearly a completely different business model.
But do they have like a calf in there and food?
They've got a calf, yeah. So we went there. I guess one thing to highlight is that's probably one of the first times I felt pretty old. Because me and Riley were playing tag.
Because when the staff said, sir, please get off of the inflatable.
No, you...
5 more minutes!
Because me and Riley were playing tag. Riley's just turned 6. And we probably spent 30 minutes with him trying to chase me and play tag. Just so you know, he never got me. I never let him get me. It gets competitive. But my heart rate went to like 170 BPM. Me trying to get away from my kid because I got a Fitbit on. I'm like, I'm going to die here. At one point, I was physically curled up in a corner, hiding from him because I had just no energy or like to get away from him. So we went to Rebound, inflatable park. Quick shout out to Rebound in Ashby. Your customer service is fucking shocking and you deserve to be shut down.
That's not how you do a shout.
Oh, sorry, yeah. There's a hole in the trampoline area. There's a hole. There's literally a hole between where 2 of the inflatable things sit together.
Well, like the
if you imagine what it basically is, it's like loads of
inflatables
inflatables that are all sort of like stitched together. So it's like a seamless park of just on a big airbed.
Giant bouncy castle.
Exactly. So, and then when 2 of the things meet, there's a hole. And Sarah's leg went through the hole. And it kind of went up to like top of her leg.
Die.
And if that was a kid, it would have just disappeared. It would have boof gone.
At least we only lost 1 today.
So Sarah was, excuse me, staff, there's a hole here and a kid could fall down it. Do you know what he did? He went to the foam area. There's this thing where you can jump in. There's just loads of foam blocks.
And stuffed it.
And got a fucking foam block and put it in the hole and patted it and went, there you go. To which Sarah then stood up and then put a foot on it and went through it again. I went, do you think that's safe? He was like, it's the best we can do. Speak to the manager. Come on, there's kids running about here. Manager didn't come over. Go to reception and please get an email and we'll email you. She left her email.
Wow.
She got an email from the regional sales manager, not entirely sure why he's emailing. Also not entirely sure why you've got a regional sales manager for a single location business, but that's beside the point. Anyway.
Or you've now got shares in inflatables.
To his one line was, "Hi Sarah, do you have a problem with the inflatable park?" ? That's it. She went off on one. No. Actually, she didn't. She put that into Ashby Mums, which is a Facebook group that she runs. And it's just gone bananas of the amount of people that have like hurt their ankle going down holes and da-da-da. There's like hundreds of comments. So
wow,
she's doing her piece there. Anyway, that didn't ruin the party. Riley didn't fall down a hole. All good. Did the inflatable park, which was an absolute blast, to be honest. And then we kind of just said, "What do you want to do?" We just let him choose. And by the way, this is like on a Friday. He's not at school ever for his birthday because it's the 3rd of Jan. So it's pretty cool because he's always off.
How does birthday and Christmas in such quick succession work when it comes to gifts and stuff?
Honestly,
do the typical
expensive.
Oh, so you don't say, "Oh, this is Crimbo and birthday."
No, because not to bring this one up again, but we think that would kill the magic of Christmas because Santa brings Christmas presents and we bring birthday presents.
Okay.
So
you will be doing that in the future then when he's cottoned on.
What do you mean cotton on?
When he knows that you're getting his Christmas presents as well, and then he's asking for a big ticket item. Yeah. You're like, "Daddy, look, I know it's you, but let's cut the shit. Let's get to brass tacks."
There's a PS7.
I want a mini moped, and I get it. I'll wrap them both up. Christmas, birthday together, combine it for the next 3 years. Let's do it.
The question is though, what day does he get it on?
Christmas, because it's earlier. In his mind, he would rather.
Yeah, I know what he'd rather. But then he gets up on his birthday with no present. No, he doesn't. He gets up and rides his mini moped. Yeah. So
or completely forgets that he ever had it, and then goes,
"Where's my present?" I've got no presents. Well, yeah. So when we get older, we'll bundle them up because they are so close. But we separate the two now just because of the Santa, and we bring the presents. So lunchtime, where do you want to eat, kid? Pick anywhere you want. Nando's. Loves it. Says he calls it cheeky mangoes. Still makes me chuckle. So we go to Cheeky Mangoes, and then we hit an arcade. He likes the arcade. Resorts World, Birmingham.
Okay.
Just arcade.
What arcade is that?
It's just I don't really know how to explain it. It's called Vortex, actually. I know the name of it.
Is it big or?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Because they're a bit of a dying breed over here, arcades are.
Yeah, I think they've done it well there, though, to be honest. Like, you go and get the top up on the card, you go and buy loads of tokens. Actually, top up £20 on, like, a little card.
So all the machines are card read?
Yeah, you swipe a card. So even, like, the 2p machines, you don't put £1 in to get 2p's out. You swipe your card, and it gives you coins.
Okay.
It's cool. So we collect the tokens and blah, blah, blah. We do all that, and that was good fun. And he was, like, so mature.
It's a nice way of squeezing more out of you, though. I suppose it's like pre-purchasing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Because there's probably like a breakage, or is it slippage if it counts like that? I think it's called slippage, where you'd leave tokens on that are unspent. Because you might need 4 tokens for a game, but you've only got 3, so then you'd have to go and top
is there
up.
A minimum spend?
I think it's a minimum of a 5 to stop any card.
That's how they get you there.
Yeah, they're smart, man.
So cool. they might not be making money off you if you're gonna, because some people will put like a £5-10 in a machine anyway. Mm-hmm. But if you're only wanting a quid, yeah, clever.
So do that.
We should open an arcade.
And he was we shouldn't. And he was
with trampolines everywhere,
with holes between them all. No, he actually said like a super mature comment as well. He was like, because we collect all the tokens and we normally go to the counter at the end and change the tokens in for a shitty gift. Which, if you look at how much you've spent on tokens,
they've not got any better than over the years.
I know. The relative value of what you spent to get those tokens. So a £20
an oversized
top
pencil.
Up. Yeah, exactly. We actually got a
Riley. I can buy you all of this. Just stop.
He chose a Rubik's cube, but it was like fake Rubik's cube, just a knockoff. Because he always wanted one because he's seen it on who's that annoying little shit on YouTube, Ryan. Ryan's reviews. We say annoying, but everyone's just jealous.
Little kid that opens stuff,
talks to the camera. Parents get involved now. Why wouldn't you? Your kid's making $18 million a year on YouTube. I'd get involved. Yeah, so I think Ryan's reviews.
And
the amount of things that he opened on his birthday that we thought, oh, he likes Pokemon as an example. We'll get him this. And he opened it up and told us all about it from looking at the packaging. We're like, how do you know about that? And he's like, Ryan told me. So is that kid, are you looking at
this kid that's got 23.3 million subscribers?
Yeah, Ryan.
And he's got 1.6 thousand videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ryan.
Wow.
Opens toys, makes a killing, man. Last year he made $18 million in YouTube ads.
So here's a question on that. You know when your kid...
I'm trying to start a YouTube channel with my boy.
You know when your kid makes all this money? Because I saw on Big Fat Quiz of the Year, there was a kid on there that won $1 million or something on Fortnite competition. Who gets the money? Does it go into holding until the child... Like, what's the
I couldn't tell you.
around?
I thought you were actually going to ask me on a like a tax basis. Like, does the kid get taxed?
Well, I would assume he would get taxed, but it's more of a question of like, does your child therefore can't have the money, or does it, or does the kid? Because the kid that,
and the dad goes to the kid, goes, rent's due. Can I borrow some cash?
because the lad that won a huge sum of money, he came second, I think, in a Fortnite competition. He bought his mum a house, or he bought his parents a house or whatever. So obviously he's spending his money, but he's only like 15, 16. Maybe if he's 16, he's got access to it. But like when you are young or a minor, surely there's an element of like you're not old enough to have.
If my boy had $18 million, we'd have. Let me just work this out. We'd have 55 million packs of Pokemon cards. Fact.
How do you want to spend that money, Riley? Do you want to invest? Do you want to invest? Like
or
Pokemon.
do you want to try?
Do you want to invest? Pokemon, Dad.
Dad, I've only got 174,000 Charizards. I'm going with 2,000.
I need more shinies.
So we did the arcade, got a Rubik's Cube. That lasted about 7 minutes in the car on the way back until he got frustrated with it, as every Rubik's Cube does. Gave it to me and says, Dad, can you work that out?
Have you seen the ones that are like 5x5?
No, it's just ridiculous.
Have you seen the ones that are 2x2?
I'll take that one.
It's like you can't not do it with 3 turns.
So he gave it to me in the car and was like, Daddy, can you do it? I'm like,
you're like, pack a lunch, kid, we're going to be here a while.
Scenic route home.
Just Googling the formula.
So go home, and then we have family around in the evening for just like a mini party.
No friends?
No friends round. And to be honest, I'm not sure whether like that's bad of us. I don't know. But
the way I have always assumed it is when they're that young, it's just kind of a way of cashing in on presents. Just invite like everyone, because then everyone will bring presents for the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
and maybe that's just the cynic in me.
My brother's got 3 kids, and Noah's 2 years older than Riley. Mm-hmm. And last year at Noah's party, we went to like Jungle Madness and had like people around. So I assumed that's what we'd be doing. And to be honest, I kind of didn't choose. Like, we spoke to Riley about what he wants to do, but I just assumed Sarah would be like, Riley's been invited to loads of parties, we should do it too. But also with the time of year that it is, it's after Christmas, I don't know, like, I'm really happy with how we do it. He'll probably get to an age where he wants to do parties and wants to have friends around and bits like that. That's cool. Hopefully by that time I'll get on with some of his friends. But he doesn't have as like friends. When does that start? When do you have friends around the house to play?
The same time you actually probably have genuine friends, because at the moment I guess he's just got a bunch of acquaintances at school.
Don't think he calls them that.
No, but like I don't know, like when.
But
I'm
let me just pause you there. Reggie is like 3, and like you ask him who his best friend is, and he says Ranveer. Ranveer is his best friend.
But I remember when I was at like play school and all that jazz, none of the kids, I don't think I ever considered any of the kids like friends. They were all just kind of kids you played with and you were friends, but there was not like your homie that you can't wait to meet up with next time you're back at school sort of thing.
Reggie cries when Ranveer's not there.
No.
But he also knows...
Is that because it's his only friend then?
Possibly. I think it's...
It could be, don't know.
That's like his buddy at school. And when Ranveer's not there, he's like, he doesn't like it. He kind of looks round and he's like, where the fuck's Ranveer? And hopefully Ranveer's just late. Because we have to leave Reggie there. We can't go, hold on, Ranveer's not here. Come on, Reggie, let's go home. We can't do that. We have to leave a crying child at nursery. And first time Sarah did it, absolutely broke her heart. Like, she'd call up the school like 8-10 minutes after and be like, has he stopped crying yet? Because obviously Reggie with his holding breath and stuff like that. Quick update on that, by the way. Hasn't done it in a while. Hopefully, touch wood, that has stopped. Hasn't held his breath in a while. And over Christmas, he had some bumps, largely because I got a Nerf gun and literally shot him twice in the face by accident, trying to take out someone that walked through the door. Sorry, stepmom, got a thing going on. Not like that. She came through the door. She shot me unarmed on Christmas. So I was New Year's. Got loaded up knowing she was coming around.
All of this sounds really weird.
Take it as you wish.
I got loaded up over Christmas and just really took it out.
So as she came in, I can't make this sound non-sexual. I unloaded both Nerf guns, and Reggie came out the kitchen and took a clean shot in the face. Classic. Went down, cried, didn't hold his breath, and Sarah literally walked up to me and said, if he'd held his breath, I would have fucking killed you then. And like that, and walked off. I was like, oh my God.
Savage.
Yeah. So what we talk about? Yeah, so Reggie's got a buddy. Riley actually has lots of acquaintances, we'll go with that. But he also knows people he does not like Jack. Jack's a dick.
Yeah,
Jack's a bully.
Yeah.
Jack's a bully. Took Riley over the park and showed him what to do with bullies the other day. It's cool. He now carries a shank. No, it's like step one. If they
shove him hard, kick him in the nuts.
If they're being mean to you verbally, tell the teacher. Got to tell him that.
So, hold on, let's just set the scene then. So you were like, Riley, today I want to teach you how to handle a bully.
No.
Let's go to the park like a scene out of Karate Kid. I'm going to get you to stand on a post.
Wax on, wax off. No, what happened was, I said the other day, it was like 3-4 months ago. He was clearly just upset quite often when he came back from school. We couldn't work out why. And he'd said things that suggested there's a kid at school he doesn't like, but he wasn't being really transparent with it. So we went over to the park to play rugby. We took the cones out, we played stuff, and we just got chatting. And then I sort of like, my objective going over there was to work out what's going on.
Like, crotch hit, nose jab.
And he opened up to me, and then it was like, oh, okay. So it's like, well, if he's just being mean to you and saying mean things, just tell a teacher.
Just cussing.
If he puts his hands on you, and I showed him how to shove someone. I said, you shove him, like how to do it from the shoulders, and you get the force behind it.
Did you shove him?
100%, yeah, of course I did. What?
Just see someone seeing it from afar. If he just shove his kid,
and the player movie's like, is that the coach?
And now why is he stood over him pointing at him?
Yeah, I give him a few shoves, and because I want him to know that he's not
not just one.
No, I'm trying to show him, like, because Reggie,
I dragged him back up.
Reggie's like a little bruiser.
Down.
Like Reggie's a bruiser. Like he'll just like rough and tumble with you. Like Riley, he's a bit delicate, and that's cool. I'm absolutely fine with that. But
the fact you had to say absolutely twice clearly means that you are absolutely fine with it.
Absolutely fine with it. I want to make sure
that
if someone because if I was like that, he'd be like,
he doesn't overreact to a little bit of
it's
rough
not painful. It upsets him. But I wanted to just make him aware of, like, you're not made of glass. We're on a park. It was off the back of rugby, so he's feeling a bit like, let's go.
In the words of Kevin Hart's dad, don't be a bitch.
So we did that. I showed him how to shove, but then told him once he shoved, he should then go and tell the teacher that Jack has just grabbed me.
Yeah.
I've pushed him away, and now I'm coming to tell you because Jack's being a bully. Sorted. How do we get onto this?
I don't even know.
I literally, as I was finishing that sentence, I was trying to backtrack through. I was like, what path do I need to bring us back onto right now?
So
I'll segue. So
you're talking about friends at school.
Riley doesn't.
Somehow we got onto friends at school.
Riley,
exactly. And there's a lad that he doesn't like. So.
Riley doesn't like Jack. Riley does like Pokemon cards. Segue. Professional. Because
so
I
all
know
his friends are two-dimensional images.
No, because the other thing I want to talk about today's show was like nostalgia.
Well, I wish you'd have told me this a little sooner, because I would have gone and got my cards just so we could have like splayed them out and just had a look at them. Because they're at my mum and dad's house, so I need to pick them up.
Well,
And I've got Tupperware brimming with them, brimming with cards.
so how about this? How about we put a pin in this right now? Because last night I got the fucking score of the century. So what we do now, let me just explain how we use Pokemon cards before we just go into a show where we talk about us and Pokemon cards. With the kids, we were always trying to get them to behave, obviously. Don't know how I went behave.
Behave, don't A-have, and definitely don't C-have.
So Liz, who's my brother's fiance,
Fiance.
Oh, I need another coffee. With Noah and Finley, because they love Pokemon cards, which is Riley's cousins. When they're good, they get like a choice of a Pokemon card.
A singular card.
It depends on
Not
the
a
chore.
full blister
Depends
pack.
on the chore. Definitely not a full pack.
Sorry to interject, but how much are blister packs nowadays? Booster packs, whatever they're called.
$2.49 or $2.99.
That's about the same.
Yeah.
Feels like the same price they've always been. Do you remember when there was a pack for $5? It was like, got to get it, mum. It's fossil.
Twice as good. So we've adopted that of do chores, get cards. So we went onto Amazon. You can pay 14 quid and get 100 mixed cards, just an assortment of cards, 100. It works out better cost per card.
So who's?
Don't know.
Is it an official?
No. What they're basically doing is they're opening up loads of decks, taking the ones they want out, and then repackaging them up and selling the ones that they've.
So it's just from some random Amazon seller.
A seller, but it's fine because that's all we need.
Smart.
So we did that, and then Sarah literally last night sent me a WhatsApp message with some screenshots of this absolute haul of Pokemon cards, which is like 3 minutes away from my house, and it was like tins and tins and tins of Pokemon cards.
New or old?
Mixture. There's some
because we had a look when
they started collecting them 12 years ago.
Oh.
Tins and tins, lots of cards.
12 years ago.
So yesterday, I was like, buy them. Went to a cash point, 30 quid. But
Cheap.
Loads. Like,
Were they not itemized out then? It was just like...
no, it was like, my son's been collecting Pokemon cards. He now wants to buy a game for his PlayStation or whatever. He doesn't want anything to do with Pokemon
heavily
cards.
undervaluing
100%.
what's in here.
She was like, let's go. So went there, picked them up, and me and Sarah spent an hour last night sorting them all out into like shinies, trainer cards,
Any
energy
juicy
cards. Don't know. I haven't got enough knowledge for my juicy levels in terms of
Sorry,
like blast,
for
like the
people that
Charizards.
are our age, the first 150.
A couple of them, mint condition, shinies, cool. Yeah, got a few of them.
Nice.
But I'll bring them in. So we should talk about Pokemon from like us, bring some cards in, talk them through. I'd actually enjoy that.
I need to try and find... See, when I looked at them before, because my mum said, oh, there's a bunch of your Lego and there's a bunch of Pokemon cards and stuff from when you were younger. Obviously, all these things hopefully retain some value, but I need to get them all. But I had a quick look at the cards, and I know for a fact there's some missing, because I've got Tupperware on Tupperware of them. But there was one of the... I vividly remember this one, like, a card dispenser thing. So, like, you... Put your deck in it, and it's got a little thing on the side, and you pressed it, and it popped the next card up. Because not that I ever played a battle with anyone, because I never even understood how you would.
Really?
Yeah, never. It was all about trading.
Oh mate, we should battle.
I'll give you like 50 energy cards for one of your cards. So it would dispense the next card. Don't know where that is though.
Okay.
And I think that's got a Mew
The
in
gem.
it.
Oh, nice.
So
find that.
who knows where that's gone?
But on a serious note, that was
very serious.
Yeah, the whole nostalgia's kicked in for a while now since Riley's been playing with Pokemon cards. I think I might go on a bit of a mission to collect mint condition first 150 cards. I think this could be a sideshow.
The quest to catch them all.
The quest to catch
150.
the originals. We should do that. I'll bring the cards in.
Yeah, we'll catch up on the...
But that was Riley's birthday. So we've spoken about Riley. He ain't getting bullied. He's not that good at an arcade. And he loves cheeky mangoes.
6 years old.
6 years old.
How's Reggie?
3.5.
3.5.
I can't believe I've got a 6-year-old though. Just as a side note, cannot believe I've got a 6-year-old.
I didn't realise that Danny's lad's 2 years older.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Potato tomato. You know what I mean?
All right. I have a 6-year-old.
Same, but different.
Riley is basically the same age as the company from when Sarah got pregnant. So the company's like 6 years, 9 months old, basically. 6 years, 8 months old.
How does that feel as a reference to look at your son and think, wow, you and my business are the same?
Pretty accurate, to be honest. Yeah.
Only difference is you'd be willing to sell one of them for a high price.
And it's up to the audience to decide which one. Everything's got a price. Love you, Riley.
Well, it depends if there's enough zeros on it.
Cool.
Well, we'll follow up on the Pokemon cards.
I think we should.
Yeah. Guys, we'll leave it there. As always.
Oh, here we go.
It's been a dizzying 30-something minutes.
Been 30 minutes?
It's been 33 minutes, 32 seconds.
Oh, we talked some shit, mate.
Well, thank you for sticking around to the end of the show. This is where I bombard you with calls to action. So anyone that's watching will just sign off now. What I really don't appreciate, though, Adam, being the co-host, is the fact that you're signing off as well. I need you to.
One day I just want to take these off and just leave you here, just doing like link one, subscribe. Guys, what you need to remember is if you're listening to the podcast, head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and if you do not press that bell, you won't be notified when the next episode of Dad Knows Best comes out. So hit that bell. Why we both point up there as if we know where it's going to be.
Ding.
There's a ding.
What is it, that one?
And guys, if you have any comments about the show, you want to hear certain stuff or share your stories, most importantly off the back of this show is, did you used to collect Pokemon cards? Dad Knows Best at nbs.fm. Subject line Pokemon, because we get thousands of emails. We need to get we need to cut through the noise. We need to find the ones that are relevant. We couldn't get into our fucking inbox for like 2 months. We forgot the password. And the password
we are in it now, though. I can confirm we have access to the email. So please, if you do have a Pokemon story, send it in, because we'd love to hear it. And we'd love to talk about it on the next show. As we splay out all of our cards, we'll reminisce. Yep, we'll reminisce over the cards. We'll share your stories if you've got them, because I've got some stories.
Startup, no. That's the other email address. Dad Knows Best at nbs.fm. Subject line Pokemon. Share. If you have any Pokemon cards,
leave a comment below in the video.
Are we done now?
Leave a 5-star review on.
Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going, mate. I'm just straight up going. I can't do this to people.
And cut.